Hello and welcome to the show. I'm Moira Geddes. This weekend we are off and racing with the Caulfield Cup in Melbourne and the City Tats Cup Day in Sydney. Of course, the Caulfield Cup Carnival delivers one of the most highly anticipated events on the Australian sporting and social calendar and is the main lead-up race to the world-famous Melbourne Cup. It's also one of Australia's most prestigious horse races and one of the world's richest handicap races over the 2,400-metre distance. For you today, we have the Daily Telly, the Herald Sun and the Courier Mail's top racing experts. Lucia Valentina is today's Podium Profile, fashions on the field style tips from Westfield Parramatta, and of course for the punters, the latest odds for today's top tips. First though, here's a quick look at last weekend's big race finishes.
Hampton Court is starting to gobble them up on the outside though. Hampton Court's hit the front with 100 metres to go and Hampton Court's run away and beaten First Seal and Swayness. I think they only had eyes for each other, those two.
Shooting to Win's put his head in front. Camayon's flying home with Wanjana, but Shooting to Win just in front and he's won it by a head to Rich Enough.
And things are clearly gearing up towards the crescendo of this year's Spring Racing Carnival with the Daily Telegraph's racing editor Ray Thomas already down in Melbourne. And Ray, last weekend was almost as exciting as what this Saturday's got in store.
Certainly was, Moira. Hello. And look, last week Hampton Court was terrific in the Spring Champion Stakes at Randwick. We may see him down in Melbourne in the Cox Plate next week, and Shooting to Win gave Sydney siders the Caulfield Guineas. He has gone for a spell, but a terrific start to the Caulfield Cup Carnival for Sydney trained horses. And here we are, it's one of the iconic race days on the Australian turf this weekend, Moira, the Caulfield Cup, and I think Chris Lees, the Newcastle trainer, has the horse to beat in Lucia Valentina. She comes off that outstanding win in the Turnbull Stakes. Look, it's a terrific Caulfield Cup field, but this mare, she's got a fantastic finishing sprint. If she gets an even crack at this field from the home turn, watch out for Lucia Valentina. I think she can win the Caulfield Cup. Big meeting at Randwick though, back at home, and it's C. Tattersalls Club Cup Day, Moira. One of the feature races is the Lightning Handicap. This horse, Deep Field, could be possibly the fastest horse in Australia, if not the world. He's a stunning sprinter. 3 starts, 3 wins by an aggregate margin of 20 lengths. He's a very, very good horse. Watch for him. In the Tattersalls Club Cup, well, there she is again, La Armistad. We've picked her a few times. Don't drop off her. She's had no luck in recent starts. She can bounce back on Saturday. And our best outsider is in the Niviston Handicap. Brook Road, also trained by Chris Lees, a trainer of Lucia Valentina. Look, she was terrific first up. She'll be even fitter for the Niviston. She's good each way odds.
Thanks, Ray. If you could just stay with us for today's Podium Profile coming up shortly. First, though, also in Melbourne, the Herald Sun's chief racing writer Matt Stewart joins us now. And Matt, like Ray, you're tipping Lucia Valentina to win, given that sense of timing about the star Newcastle mare, who really did pull a good win at Turnbull after a hiccup, now really firing on all cylinders. But you also reckon Brambles could take the cup after sneaking in via scratchings.
Well, both, yeah. G'day to you, Moira. And yeah, both those horses you mentioned are really peaking at the right time, and that's what the Caulfield Cup's all about, really, is the right horse on the right day with the right fitness. And Lucia Valentina beat Brambles in the Turnbull Stakes, but I reckon the danger may well be Brambles here, and he only snuck into the field courtesy of the scratching of Gricaro, who's injured, and Dandino's come out as well, one of the other imported horses. So tipping Lucia Valentina. She's short enough though at about $4.50. I really think the danger is Brambles, who has found his way sort of almost miraculously into the field via some misfortune to another runner. So I think the danger is Brambles for Peter Moody, one of 2 Peter Moody trained runners. I think he's got a really terrific chance of knocking off Lucia Valentina. Stipulates the best roughie in the race. He's beautifully drawn. He's another one who just keeps improving, and he had no luck in the Turnbull, which might well be the best guide to this race. And one of the most difficult horses to assess is Bandai, one of the 2 Japanese runners. Like, he could come out and smash them, who knows? Or he could just run well on his way to the Melbourne Cup, which has happened before with the Japanese. So, intriguing race, very cosmopolitan this year, record number of internationals. They've been whittled down by scratchings and injury, but I think the favourite can win, but I think the danger is an emergency, and I'm very cautious about the Japanese.
Thanks, Maddie. Let's go to Brisbane now to the Courier Mail's racing editor, Nathan Exelby. And Nathan, you're expecting proud Queenslander Peter Moody to have a big day at Caulfield with his in-form duo.
Well, we didn't have much luck last week with Looks Like the Cat and Tony Gollan, but Peter Moody has flown the flag in Melbourne for a number of seasons for us now, and I think he's got a great chance in the Caulfield Cup with both Ladari and now Brambles getting a run as well. They've got the right profile for this race, placing in the Turnbull Stakes. They meet the favourite Lucia Valentina slightly better at the weights. They'll put themselves on the speed in this race, and I think both are in good enough form to give the Caulfield Cup a real shake. I think Moody's got a great chance also in race 2 with Armada, coming off the Guineas Prelude. He'll find this a lot easier. I think the best of the day is in race 3, Maastricht, up to the 2,000 metres looks suitable.
Okay, thanks Nathan. Time now for this week's Podium Profile. And Ray, back to you in Melbourne today. We're looking at Lucia Valentina.
We better go back to Moira in the Caulfield Cup. Of course, it is the big race of the day. And look, as I said, she's an outstanding mare. She's a 4-year-old mare, just with the 53 kgs. So she's waited to win the Caulfield Cup. Inexperienced, 12 starts, but she has won 5 times. She's a terrific mare, won over $830,000 prize money. I think Moira, she'll get the bulk of the $3 million prize money in the Caulfield Cup.
Thanks, Ray. Don't go away. Coming up next, more of the latest odds from tab.com.au. But first, our tips on what you should be wearing to the track this weekend. And this week's fashions on the field are proudly brought to you by Westfield Parramatta. And for the ladies, this weekend we've opted for delicate pastel hues with this sweet sorbet look. These pretty pastels are made to look edgy and fashion forward when presented via this artistic, bold brushstroke print. Short sleeve dresses were a standout trend on the international runways in Resort 2015 collections and are a daring but tasteful choice for the races. With today's accessories, there's nothing fresher for spring than crisp whites. We all know a pointed toe pump is a timeless classic. Invest in white this season for a wardrobe staple that'll take you not just to race day but beyond, right through summer. And for the gents heading to the track this weekend, we do like to tie their outfits in with what the ladies are wearing, but don't be put off by those pretty pastels or what you might think is too feminine a colour to carry off. Today our model has broken away from the traditional dark coloured office style suit with this lightweight grey number from Oxford. Men can take on soft pastels too and be more daring by clashing colours. The hues of his lilac shirt and soft pink tie work perfectly together and really complement our ladies' pastel ensemble. As always, sharp and shiny shoes for the lads is a must. Remember, a true lady can always tell a true gentleman by his shoes. And of course, these looks and more are available at Westfield Parramatta. And last but not least, for the punters, a quick run over the latest fixed odds from tab.com.au. And the Daily Telly's racing editor Ray Thomas's top tip for the Caulfield Cup and our pony in profile today, Lucia Valentina, is currently quoted in at $4.60. And Nathan Exelby's stayers, Ladari and Brambles, are currently quoted at $17 for Brambles. Ladari priced at $13 right now. Ray's Sydney tip Randwick Race 5 Deepfield is buying or quoted at $1.22. And of course the best bet for today, Lucia Valentina, to win the Caulfield Cup at $4.60. And that is all we have time for. Be sure to join us again next week for all the very latest, both on and off the track. Happy racing.